A dangerous infection is gripping Japan. It is spreading at a record rate, and the cause is unknown. Sounds scary? Should you be worried? Let me tell you what we do know so far. First, which infection are we really talking about? What kind is it? This is a bacterial infection, and it is rare, but at the same time, it is dangerous. It is called the Streptococcal Toxic Shock Syndrome, or STSS. It is also called the flesh-eating disease. The mortality rate is 30%. I repeat, 30%. How is it caused? It is most often caused by the bacteria called Group A Streptococcus, and concern is growing that the disease will continue to spread. Why is that? Because highly virulent strains have been detected in the country. Naturally, experts are worried. In fact, they are warning that the infection is spreading at a record rate. And what are the authorities saying? Let me tell you what the National Institute of Infectious Diseases has said. Basically, according to it, there are still several unknown factors related to the severe and sudden forms of Streptococcus. And at this point, they are not at the stage where they can actually explain them. Last year, by the way, the number of cases of the infection hit a record 941 in Japan. Here's some background. Let's take you back to the year 1992. That's when STSS was first reported in Japan, and since then there have been an average 100 to 200 confirmed cases annually. In the year 2019, there were 894 cases, and like I said, the 2023 figures triggered alarm because they beat that number and touched a record 941. What about this year? In the first 2 months of this year itself, 378 cases have been recorded. Now, what are the symptoms? Most with the infection do not develop symptoms. And the symptoms, if the symptoms do appear, there will be a sore throat, also skin infections. But in rare cases, if the bacterium reaches the bloodstream, muscles, lungs, it can cause low blood pressure and can prove to be fatal. If there are serious complications, the infected tissue needs to be removed. Like COVID-19, streptococcal infections are transmitted through droplets and physical contact. The bacterium can also infect patients through wounds on the hands and feet. So proper hygiene is extremely significant. The recommendation from the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is that people should wash hands often. Also, if they are prescribed antibiotics, they should take them. Also, very importantly, they should care for wounds and clean them. But what's worrying is that the exact reason or the cause behind the surge in infections is not known. Perhaps it is linked to the rebound of respiratory diseases after the country got into the post-pandemic phase. So the spread is mysterious to say the least, and at this point, officials are unable to figure out the cause. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.